I now give the floor to Major General Kristin Lund.
President, Excellencies, all protocol observed, thank you for inviting me to speak here today. A special thanks to Germany, who initiated this session about women in peacekeeping. The momentum of pushing gender equality must be kept on, and I'm very impressed and happy that UN Secretary General have put gender high up on our agenda. He is a role model for us, head of missions and force commanders. I will approach my 5 minutes from a practical angle with examples on how I tried to increase the numbers, facilitating women in missions, mindfulness of gender issues, and reaching out to the local community. When I was appointed force commander of UNTSO in 2014, I was taken by surprise how much power you got as a force commander. My first goal was to team up with my SRSG, at that time Ms. Lisa Buttenheim. We matched, and for once I did not need to convince my boss that gender was important. Both of us had gender equality in our spine. She had full trust in me, and she empowered me. When I arrived, the percentage of military females were 4%. Ms. Buttenheim brought me into all TCCs, PCCs, and political visits where we put gender on the top of the agenda. Just this focus on gender resulted in increased female participation to 8% and to UNPOL 25%. I never forget that I wondered why other force commanders used their influence and power when it comes to gender equality within the missions and in the local community or society. In UNTSO, we had 26 positions operated 24/7, 365. Many of these positions were not organized to support both genders. We established a project to change this, and when I left, all 26 positions could accommodate both. Generally, the armed forces have a hard time to keep women for a lifelong commitment. There are many reasons why women don't stay, but one reason is the male culture within the military organization. Just an example, the gym. All camps positions got a gym, and most of them, there are posters with half-naked women. How many women do gym in bikini? Instead, the wall should have posters on how to do exercise with normal outfit. At Cyprus, womanized posters vanished. I noticed that our military skills competition had only males on their teams. I changed that. All teams had to have females. Yes, it was a challenge for nations that sent infantry units, but very often the support component had females, so they had to include them. All our competitions or games had to have female representation. This led to more inclusive environment in all units. Every week, I had a sector commanders meeting. When UN headquarters sent directives on SAA, gender, etc. to the missions, I used these directives to underline mine and their responsibilities. I also had to make research to find out which of my TCCs or PCCs where prostitution were legal, so I could focus more on those commanders. We had staff training on code of conduct, HIV, gender, SAA, etc. I was always present. This was to underline the importance and to be a good role model for both women and men. I also initiated a female military network. These types of networks can be useful to address different issues. In Norway, we have had female military networks since 1989. This has been important to me. As a female force commander, head of mission, I do what all men do, but there are so many other doors that opens in the society because you are a woman. I went in those doors. That resulted in public speaking nearly every week, possibility to engage with the whole society. Lisa Buttenheim and I engaged with the First Ladies to become more visual for the women on the island. In my present capacity, I try to do a lot of the same. I'm up to 12% female observers. Gender is on the top of my agenda. And my final message is that TCCs, PCCs must do more. The Secretary General have given you a good example that is possible to change within a short time. Every Chief of Defense have the power to change. We, out in the field, need to be able to reach out to the whole society. You can make that happen. Thank you for your attention.